Hello again, I am Blunty, and over the last 3 days of my weekend, I've been streaming an absolute shedload of Fallout 4. About 30 hours over 3 days, as a matter of fact. Woo! I love being back in this game. I'm having so much fun. The next-gen update is here at last, and while a lot of people, especially console players it seems, are having a lot of issues with it. Like, seriously, there's so many people complaining about so many different kinds of bugs and issues and problems and things and broken mods and save files and oh dear, oh dear. It is the very truest of Bethesda experiences, though. Every update does tend to break about as much as it fixes, and this update is slightly bigger than usual, so there you go. Welcome to Bethesda Games, if this is your first rodeo with that stuff. My experience on PC has been pretty smooth so far, to be honest with you. And yes, I'm running mods. And yes, I was correct about which mods would work and which mods would break when I made a video about that just before the next-gen update launched. I've had 1 or 2 hard crashes to desktop per day, but hey, that's not the update. That's just Fallout 4 being Fallout 4 as standard. Thankfully, it's always been like just after something that causes an autosave in the game, so it's never yet cost me much progress, so whatevs. However, one issue that I'm having that does seem to be common to PC users, and the title of this video is what brought you here, of course, is the wildly long load times. Way longer than they were before the update, and longer than they had any right to be, especially for those of us using crazy fast, high-end, top-end, best in the market M.2 drives. And what's more interesting, the load times seem to get longer and longer the more time you spend in the game. And they even persist if the game crashes and you reboot it. They still stay long for the rest of that session. For me, the only thing that sort of resets that load time issue is literally rebooting the PC, so weird. Now, I'm going to share with you a whole ass adventure I had on live stream experimenting with 2 different ways to make the load times much faster again, in some cases basically instant. But because I know you are already at your wit's end and you're out of patience by the time you find this video, I'm just going to give you the working solution right up front here at the start of the video, and I hope you stick around for the rest, just for the pure entertainment value of some truly bizarre crap that happens and my absolute befuddlement and confusion and bafflement at what the hell is going on with all this. Seriously, it gets wacky. So, there's a mod. It's called Load Accelerator. It's been around since long before this so-called next-gen update, fixing this problem that the update seems to have made worse. It does a thing of fiddling with the FPS cap and CPU affinity just on the load screens, not in the gameplay. Because if you fiddle with that stuff in the gameplay, things get weird again because the physics are tied to the frame rate in this game for some bizarre reason. And anyway, it makes a huge difference to load times. It's got a little icon down the bottom right-hand side there that lets you know when it's working too, so you can see it blinking away and you can see it turning off at the appropriate time to make sure it's not on at the wrong time and causing weirdness. It has no underpinning requirements or dependencies, which, as I talked about in that previous mod video I just mentioned, is pretty important for working mods right now. It's how you help identify which ones are most likely to still be working. It is a manually installed mod, no click-and-go mod manager stuff here, I'm afraid, and you might have to edit an ini file or 2 manually. The instructions are pretty clear, and if you're an AMD user, as I am, there is a comment in the discussions page addressing that if you don't know what you're doing with these settings. If you do have half a clue, all of this is very straightforward and simple. Pretty much you should drag and drop the 2 files and be up and going. So yeah, the install is really quick and easy, and it works great. 0 issues for me. I used it for like 9 hours straight yesterday on stream, and it didn't cause any weirdness at all. I'm still baffled about how and why this issue works, and why this particular fix fixes it, and why load times are made worse by the completely normal game design of 60 FPS cap this game has, but whatever! Bethesda's got a Bethesda, right? My load times are fixed, and that's all I really need. I would like to understand better about how this works, because my brain likes to know things, but still, I can play the game, and my load times aren't driving me up the wall anymore. Hooray! Now, the second way to fix the FPS, and the first way I tried, actually, is without a mod. And it is rather less reliable. Like, it works, but sometimes things get weird. Like really weird. Watch as I discover it live and experiment and then get befuddled and confused. These load times just getting longer and longer and longer. Funny thing is, it doesn't matter whether you crash and restart the game. It's got to be like leaving something in a cache file or something. It's doing this. Otherwise, why would the load times persist through a crash, but not necessarily a reboot, which is what would have happened overnight when I shut down the computer. So load times had to do with game threads. The more cores you have, the longer load time. Well, that's the thing, though. It's not consistent. It gets longer and longer the longer the game is active in a day. Like, at the start of the stream, they were fine. Probably longer than they should be for a game that's running on an incredibly fast M.2 drive, which this is. But the longer we play, it happened yesterday too, the load times were okay, and then they just got longer and longer. So yeah, it's something really specific and weird going on. Same issue with my 1260K and WD850X. Yeah, like the drive I'm using is even faster than that WD drive. I've actually reviewed that drive. The drive I've got loaded on is slightly faster than that one even, and that's a crazy fast drive on its own. So there's no reason on God's green earth that I should be getting load times like this on this machine. But here we are. Alright. Fallout 4 load times. Let's see what Twitter is saying. Oh, someone's atting Todd Howard directly. Fix Fallout load times are already on PC. M.2 SSD, 5-minute load time into Commonwealth. 5-minute load time? You're exaggerating. Come on, you have to be. Oh, Alt-tabbing fixes it. According to this guy. Let's try. Tab away. Fucking so it does. That's interesting. What the fuck? What kind of bizarre fucking bug is that? Trying to alt-tab away from the game fixes the weird load time? What? What? That's a brand new one on me. Can't be true. I just did it. The instant I alt-tabbed, the game was like, oh, we're ready now. Either that was a bizarre coincidence. I didn't hear the beeps. Oh, I heard them that time. We've got to test that again. Well, after we get through this mission, we're gonna test that. That can't possibly be true. That had to be a coincidence. Are you? Is your head stuck on that low-lying? He can't get around it because he's too tall. Actually works, but it causes other bugs. Oh, really? What other bugs? I'm not at all surprised. I'm just curious. Alright, let's see here. Should be a relatively short load time because you're going indoors. Okay, no problem. Alright, here we go. To the fins. Alt-tab. Alt-tab. A little too quickly there. Oh my god. Oh my god. How does... What? What? How and why and on what planet? Oh, Bethesda, finding new and exciting ways to bug your games. I've been playing video games for fucking 42 years since I was 3 years old. My earliest memories. That's a brand new one on me. That's brand spanking new. Ever seen that one before? I have no idea why that would work. What happened, Valo? You know those really long load times we were whining about? When you go back into the Commonwealth from an indoor location? Turns out if you alt-tab away from the game and then back into the game, load time is gone. Like literally instantly gone. like it should be, coming from an M.2 drive. And I cannot for the life of me fathom how and why that would possibly be. That makes no sense. No idea if this is where I'm supposed to be going to succeed in this quest, but I'm on a journey. Let's try the Alt-Tab thing again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not right. That's not right. Okie dokie. Oh my god, the mouse isn't even correlating to the right place. Quest marker thinks I need to go this way. So now I'm nervous about trying the Alt-Tab trick. Actually might edit the INI file to force it to run in borderless windowed mode and see if that makes it less flaky for Alt-Tabbing. Yeah, alright, we're just going to go. Just going to use the trick. And again. Uncanny. That shouldn't work, and it does. That's not right. What the fuck? Oh wait, the interface has gone squidgy again. Didn't even notice.
All of this just works.
Yeah, the UI has gone squidgy, but this time it hasn't stretched. Oh, it has stretched the rest of it. It's just harder to tell because of what we're looking at. Shouldn't have Alt-Tabbed. Should not have Alt-Tabbed.
Behold, my random assortment.
Experience setting the 3D TS Fallout games to windowed borderless in the pre-game launcher that you Alt-Tab without any problems. Yeah, problem is I have to do it manually in the INI file because the launcher for Fallout 4, if I put it in if I check off windowed borderless, it doesn't actually present me with the option to run it in 4K. It wants to run it in 1440p. I thought this update was supposed to fix that. Not so much.
Playing games with me, huh?
Alright, so yeah, if this that's don't disobey. That's right. You suffer the wrath of my Newtonian knife, possessed with the power to defy physics. Things are starting to get real weird. I'm tired and I'm hungry and the game is getting weird. I love it. This is the authentic Bethesda experience we're having here, guys. That's no! Fucking couch. She bled to death anyway because of this fantastic knife. Half the fun of this game is the game. 20% of the fun is the batshit stupid stuff that happens. All the rest is sharing it with you guys. Without being able to share a laugh at this, it wouldn't be nearly as fun watching the game just go skewy. You'd just be like, can I just play the game, please? But no, we get to turn all the stupid bullshit into entertainment, so yay. I wonder if people are actually experiencing like 5-minute load times though, or is that just exaggeration? Because the longest one I've had is maybe 2 minutes tops. After Windows borderless really annoying tabbing out to the whole game. I think that is what's causing the long load times. No, I tested that. Like at yesterday's stream, at the end of yesterday's stream, we started to talk about that, and during one of my extraordinary long load times, I was looking at Twitter to see what people were saying about it. And I saw one guy who was suggesting that alt-tabbing away from and then back to the game fixes the load time. And it worked. And it kept working.
Command center.
But then it started to get real buggy every time I tried to use it. So last night, I edited the ini file to run borderless, full screen. And the alt-tab trick does not work unless you're full screen. But there is a mod. I'm using it right now, and my load times have been fixed. And what it does is dynamically change the resolution cap in the load screens. Like in the gameplay, it's locked at 60 like it should be, because Creation Engine can't do anything else. Physics gets weird if you unlock it. But during the load screens, it unlocks the frame rate and lets it run up to like 350 frames or something. And that has been fixing my load times today. So this is the first time I've ever used that one. It seems to be perfectly stable. Like I haven't had any issues with it yet. There it is. Load Accelerator. Load Accelerator. You'll find it on Nexus, of course. You will have to manually install it, but that's just dragging and dropping literally 2 files. It should work by default, but double check your ini file. There's instructions on the Nexus page for it. But yeah, most people should just be able to drag and drop the 2 files into the Fallout install directory and just it just works. If you'll pardon the expression. At least it's just working for me today, so far. Touch wood, etc., etc.
All of this just works.